morning, family. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be talking to y'all about my wedding. That hasn't happened, but you know, I got engaged. I shared that with you guys, and I haven't shared much other than what I've told you in my Dollar Tree hauls about my own wedding. So I'm going to tell you guys what I have done so far. So I'm not going to tell you guys my venue until after I'm married. I just don't know who's watching this. There could be like somebody really creepy out there, and like the thought of saying, oh, this is where I'm getting married at and it's gonna be this day, doesn't sit well with me. So I'd rather share that with you guys after I've gotten married, but I'll tell y'all the process of it. So when I was looking for a venue, I originally thought that I was gonna end up getting married in a barn. I always liked the idea of like a rustic barn type of wedding. The thing is, those are hella expensive, and beside that, I really wanted a venue where I could bring my own food. I feel like I could save more if I'm able to choose my caterers rather than having to purchase the food at the venue. So the place I ended up going with, I'm able to have my own catering. The only thing is I am going to have to provide the servers, the bartenders, but I still feel like at the end of the day I'm going to end up spending or saving money. So we had contacted a bunch of venues. Now I live in Chicago, and Chicago is one of the more higher priced markets for weddings, obviously, because it's a bigger city. So when I was trying to find a venue where I could bring my own catering, the options are very, very limited. You'll have venues that let you choose from preferred vendors. If you don't know what that is, basically is like a list of vendors, caterers that you can choose from to cater your wedding, but you have to go through the list. And honestly, in Chicago, it's like a monopoly with the same vendors. And at the end of the day, if they're making you go with their preferred caterers, you're really not saving that much more if you just got the food at the actual venue. So the cheapest venue we got quoted at was a barn. And this was the cheapest we got beside where I ended up choosing. So this place, it was a barn. It was a very pretty barn. It didn't include the ceremony. You couldn't get married there. You can only have your reception there. I'm not saying that I'm getting married at the venue I chose, but when you are paying so much money for one of these like reception halls, sometimes it's like, okay, well, you should have the option of having the ceremony there as well. But this place didn't have that option. So the cheapest quote we got at this place was $24,000 on an off season. That included the food and drinks, and that was it. So you got the reception hall, food and drinks, and the food was tacos at a barn. It was a beautiful place, but $24,000 for just the food, drinks, and reception didn't make sense to me, because then you have everything on top of that. You know, your photographer, DJ, if you want a videographer, if you need a day of wedding coordinator. I kept looking for spaces where I could bring my own catering in the Chicagoland area, and there are like public parks and forest preserves you can have weddings at, but the thing is, there's two different things. I don't really want to get married outside. I have really bad allergies and I'm really sensitive to heat, so I don't want to be outside during the summer getting married. And then the second thing is none of them could hold as many people as we want to have at our wedding. So at the end of the day, we do have our venue and I really, really like it. So another thing I'm saving money on is my wedding dress. I bought my wedding dress already. I won't get it till October. So let me tell you how I got my wedding dress. My sister-in-law, she had gone wedding dress shopping when she got married last year, and she fell in love with a dress, but it was expensive where she wanted, you know, where she was looking at. So she went back home, looked online for the dress, and found it cheaper at a prom store. So I started looking into prom stores, and then there's this one here in Chicago. It's called Peach's Boutique. I went there and I tried on the white prom dresses. White prom dresses look like wedding dresses. I kid you not. They look like wedding dresses. So I went there trying to try on this one dress in particular, and before you go into this place, they want you to go on their website and choose some other dresses on the website that you might like, and then you're supposed to give these sheets that they print out for you to the person who's helping you, and they go and get these dresses from the back. So before we went inside, I was with my sister and we were looking at dresses online, and she's like, oh, maybe try on this one. I was like, yeah, it's cute. Maybe I'll try that on. So I went in, like I said, trying to see a different dress, and then when I ended up trying on the dress that my sister last minute was like, hey, why don't you try this one on? I loved that dress. I fell in love with it instantly. I just loved the way that it had fit me. And so I did get told by my sister and my mother and the girl who was helping me try on the dress, like, make sure you try on other dresses before you buy this dress. So that day I tried on about 6 dresses, but the one dress I tried on I liked so much. Now I did make plans to go to other wedding dress stores, but what ended up happening was I ended up looking for this dress online, and I ended up finding it $150 less than what it was at the prom store I went to. So this dress was $450 and I ended up paying $300 for it. So $300, even $450 is a very, 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 very cheap for a wedding dress, especially a new wedding dress. So I decided I'm just gonna get that dress. I love the dress, and at this price, like, even if I like a dress more but it's way more expensive, I'm still gonna go with the one that's cheaper because it's gonna be something I'm only gonna wear once, and it's, like I said, I love, love, love the dress. So I do recommend looking into prom dresses because they do look like wedding dresses. I know that there are sites out there where you can buy used wedding dresses, and the thing is, I did look online, but the problem is I couldn't find many in my size that I liked. And one more thing that is funny, like I said, I paid $300 for my dress, but when I'm looking at these used sites, like the average price at the dresses I was looking at were $300 and they were used. So I'm very, very happy with my purchase. The theme I'm going off of with this venue is woodland, which is not totally opposite, but opposite of what I originally thought the wedding would look like. Like I said, I was thinking like barn, and I was thinking like mason jars and all of that. I'm still gonna have mason jars, but it's gonna be a woodland theme. I'm gonna have lots of moss, fairy lights. I do have pieces like this is a candelabra. I'm gonna show you guys how I did it using Dollar Tree products, and I had to make it like this at the top because the flames have to be contained at my venue, but then I put moss right here so that way I don't have to put flowers. I think I'm gonna add baby's breath to this, but baby's breath is really inexpensive. I want to use mainly greenery for floral, maybe a couple of white flowers, but if I'm gonna go with white flowers, I'm probably gonna go with the cheapest white flower I could find. So yeah, that's probably why I decided to go with a woodland theme as well, because I know that fillers and greenery are less expensive than actual flowers. And then on top of that, I do want real flowers. I don't want fake flowers. I actually learned how to make bouquets and boutonnieres and all that for my sister's wedding because my cousin is married to somebody who used to be a florist. So his wife, shout out to Monica, she helped me out a lot. Well, my sister, but she taught me how to make bouquets, like I said, boutonnieres, and she's gonna help me for my wedding. I don't know if I'm gonna be there helping make everything because I don't know if I'm gonna be stressed out, but Becca owes me. I spent a week making all her like flower centerpieces. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of moss, baby's breath. So what Monica and my sister did is they ordered flowers in bulk from Costco, so it's way cheaper to do that. And then what you have to do is you have to prep the flowers first before you can work with them. So you have to remove any thorns or like any greenery that's at the bottom of the stem, and then you got to put it in the water, wait overnight for it to open up, and then you can start making all your centerpieces and bouquets. And remember, you got to keep them refrigerated up until the day of, or at least in a cool room. And I definitely will share with you guys how I end up doing mine. I do want to at least do a couple on camera so I can help you guys save some money, because the cheapest quote my sister got, so I haven't even gone to a florist. I don't plan on it because I want to save money, but my sister did go to a florist, and the cheapest quote that she had gotten was $2,000 for all the bouquets, boutonnieres, and I think it was like 5 centerpieces. So instead of doing that, she spent about $500 on flowers, and then we just made everything ourselves. So since I'm going with like a woodland theme, like right now is the best time for me to buy my centerpiece items or just like things I need for the wedding decor wise, because all of the things that I want are on sale right now because they're like summer items. That's what they're considered. So like Michael's right now, they have 80% off of their summer items. That includes moss rolls. So this one is originally $9.99 and I paid $2 for it. Now I bought like, I don't know, maybe 12 of these, and I want to use them for runners. I want to use them to decorate certain items. Then I got smaller ones like this one. This is actually spring, not summer. It was $4.99 and I paid $1 for it. And I bought a bunch of these. Then I got these little grassy pads. They're originally $4.99, which is a lot of money for this, but I ended up paying $1 for each one. Now these I want to use somewhere during the ceremony. I'm thinking down like the aisle that we would walk on. I'm thinking of using lanterns and putting them on top of this. I have a bunch of lanterns from one of my friend's weddings. She's not from around here, and they were trying to get rid of the lanterns because she didn't want to take them back home with her. So I ended up taking the lanterns, and my sister was actually supposed to use them for her own wedding, but she didn't have time to set that up, so I planned on taking them. I previously showed this basket to you guys. I got it at Hobby Lobby for $1, and I want this to be, I have 2 flower girls. I want this to be one of their baskets. So I'm taking this square like grass piece from Michael's. I think I'm going to stick it inside, and then I'm going to put some moss around this. So something like this. And like, I think the good thing about all the DIYs that I'm doing is they're easy, so I know I'll be able to do them by myself. And so there you go. It's going to be something like that. Really woodsy and just cute. If you've been watching my Dollar Tree hauls, I've told you guys that I've been collecting fairy lights left and right, and basically I want to do something like this with mason jars, put fairy lights in there, moss, and then wrap something around the top. I don't know if I'm going to use this just yet, but everything I do, I plan on having a tutorial for, just in case you want to do a woodland wedding too. I do plan on incorporating Dollar Tree pieces into my centerpieces because I really want to show you guys that you can decorate with Dollar Tree products, and you don't have to do like the basic Dollar Tree decor everybody pretty much does, where they get the Dollar Tree vases and they put flowers inside. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying that's not really a DIY. It's just like you got a vase and you put flowers inside of it. So I want to show you how to use Dollar Tree products to do some more fancy, I guess, centerpieces. And then I am going to be reusing some of the centerpieces my sister had. She had these like gold like pillars that my mother had bought for her, 12 of them, so I think I'm going to need a little bit more because we're going to have 25 tables. So anyways, the pillars are gold, and I plan on putting, so I'm going to have to do some tables differently for sure, because after going to my sister's wedding, I realized like you can't have really extravagant centerpieces if you don't have the help to set it up. So I'm going to have a day of wedding coordinator, and she's going to have 2 assistants with her, but I want to make it as easy as possible. And because we're going to have 25 tables, I don't want everyone to look exactly the same. So I feel like some of them will have those pillars that I'm talking about, and then the other ones, I don't know what I'm going to do exactly for it, but I want to make it a little bit smaller. We'll see. But speaking of day of wedding coordinators, I do have one now. I didn't get a month of coordinator. I didn't get a wedding coordinator for the entire wedding because I feel like I could do it myself, a lot of things, and if I can't, my mother, she just went through 2 entire weddings because my brother got married last year, my sister got married, and she helped them with everything. So I do have my mom, but I do have a wedding coordinator, like I said, and the great thing about her, so she's going to be providing 2 bartenders for me, as well as 2 assistants with her, and then she will be the coordinator. She's going to be there making sure everything runs smoothly, as well as help with the centerpieces, because I feel like I'm going to need help there, especially since I'm not going to be able to be at the venue setting up everything. So I plan on taking pictures of how I want everything. So for the 2 bartenders, 2 assistants, and the day of wedding coordinator, I'm paying just under $2,000 for, which is really cheap. And I know people might be like, oh, well, watch it because it's really inexpensive. This person has worked with my cousin before, as well as my cousin's cousin, and I've seen both weddings, and I was there when they were working the wedding, and everything was run so smoothly, and their workers were just very professional. So I decided to go with her. I've seen her work in person, so I know she's going to be able to, you know, get the job done for me. And since I have to provide my own bartenders, I also have to provide my own alcohol and drinks. So what we plan on doing is going to Costco, because I heard that you can buy, you know, alcohol in bulk, and then anything that isn't used during the wedding you can return, which is really nice. Now, I don't drink at all. The only thing I drink is like soda, which is not alcohol at all. So I'm going to have no say on what alcoholic drinks are chosen. My fiance is going to have to do that because I really don't drink anything. I don't like the taste of alcohol, and I feel like it makes my anxiety worse, and so I just don't like to drink it. We're going to be saving a ton of money there, because if you're trying to have like an open bar at these venues where you have to go through them, it is so expensive. It's like, cheap would be like $35 a person for an open bar, and that's cheap. So since we're going to be buying the alcohol, we're going to save so much more than $35 a person. So that's another big reason why I wanted a venue where I could provide my own caterers and just do everything myself. Like I said, again, you have to take into consideration you're going to have to get servers, and you are going to have to get bartenders, but just do your research, because you can find some really inexpensive companies that do really, you know, good job. Just make sure you check out their Yelp reviews, you check out the Knot for reviews on them if they're on the Knot, Wedding Wire. Just check out as many reviews as you can, because, you know, at the end of the day, you're spending so much money on your wedding. This is not like child's play. This is like serious. It's a lot of money. You just gotta weigh your pros and cons, but I know at the end of the day, I'm saving way more money doing what I'm doing than if I would have went through a different venue where I had to buy the food and the alcohol there. I don't plan on having the ring bearer come down the aisle with the actual pillow. I wanted to do something that was like a box, and I kept seeing really cute ones online. So when I had gone to Michael's, I found these boxes, and right now when I purchased them, I paid like around $4 for them because this is when it was like 60% off. Now they're 80% off and I still see Michaels with them. The original price on these things are $14.99. Well, anyways, I don't want the ring bearer to come down the aisle with a pillow. I want it to be a box. I've seen these on Pinterest and I think they're so cute. So I purchased 2 boxes because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do at first. So one, I wood burned our names on top of it, and then the other one I wrote it in white. I couldn't decide which one, which let me know which one you like down in the comments below, because honestly I still don't know. I think I like the wood burn one, but then at the same time I like the white one. And then in the inside I did put the date that we're getting married. I'm going to cover it with my hand, and then I put Mr. and Mrs. and then I'm going to fill it with moss and then put the rings inside of that. I think it'll look cute in pictures. I will do my own makeup for my wedding. Obviously I could save money by me doing it myself, and I know how to do it. And also I like the way I do my makeup. Like, I've had my makeup done professionally, and I'm not saying that it's ever like bad, but it's not my favorite because I know my face so well and I know what I like. So I really do plan on doing my own makeup. Don't tell anybody, but I very well might end up wearing like Converse under my wedding dress. So like, you can't see my feet anyway, and I suck at wearing heels, and I am somebody who loves to be comfortable. So I feel like just wearing Converse, like, who cares? You can't see my feet. So we'll see. Probably like cute little white Converse. I think that's a good idea. I've been watching so many like wedding budget and wedding tip videos on YouTube. Like, they're my favorite to watch right now. I think I've watched, like, if you scroll through the pages, at least 3 pages full already. But one thing I've noticed a lot is like, I'll be watching these videos and like, this is how you budget this wedding, and then half of the things were gifted to them. So it's kind of like, okay, well, that's why you were able to budget your wedding, because everything was gifted to you. Nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, okay, well, you were able to budget because you didn't have to pay for the venue, and you didn't have to pay for the flowers, and you didn't have to pay for this and that. The only thing I'm not going to end up paying that is gifted to me, well, obviously the makeup, but that's me, that's different, is my hair. One of my bridesmaids is a hairstylist, and she ended up doing my sister's hair for her wedding, and so she's going to be doing my hair for my wedding, so I won't have to spend money on a hairstylist, which is nice. Another area we saved a lot of money in was the save the date cards. Lots of people say you can skip them, and obviously you'll save so much money there because you don't have to pay for like stamps or anything like that. And I wanted to initially, but my sister, who is a nurse, she was like, Bethany, do them, because there's people like me where our jobs, they require the request off months and months in advance. So I was like, you know what, yes, it makes sense. So how did we end up saving money on our save the dates? We went through Groupon. So Groupon, you have to wait till they have their 50% off coupons. You'll get it in your email, and so wait till they have those off, because that's when you're really going to save a lot of money. So we waited till we got a 50% off coupon, and what we ended up doing was ordering a Groupon from Photo Affections for 100 cards. So it was $34.99 for 100 cards, and we ended up spending $17 roughly around there to make 100 save the dates. Now, we might need a little bit more, but the thing is, most of the people we are inviting are couples, so we don't need exactly 200 save the dates, because a lot of the people we are inviting are in couples or families, and so I think we're gonna be okay. If we're not, we can try getting another Groupon. So 100 save the dates for only $17 is a steal. Like, you will end up paying more. Like, if you're going to be inviting 200 people, you'll end up paying more on printing ink than you will just getting the Groupon and calling it a day. Maybe the Photo Affections Groupon isn't up anymore, but nonetheless, you can still go to Groupon and look for save the date cards, printing company, and you'll find pretty much a Groupon every single time. I was actually talking to Matt, my fiance, about the actual invitations. I was like, maybe we should just go through them instead, because it was so cheap. But you guys know, if you're familiar with my channel, maybe you're not, I hauled a bunch of these bride magazine invitations the Dollar Tree had, and it's a great buy for $1. This one has 30 invitations, the other ones have like 35 invitations. My sister ended up using these for her wedding, and they were really nice. Like, original price for this, something like this at Michael's, is like $40, but my sister did have to buy quite a few printing cartridges to print them out. She still ended up saving money, but she did have to buy and I know more than $17 worth of ink. So I was thinking, hey Matt, maybe we should just go through Photo Affections. But the good thing is, his boss at work said that we could use the printers to print out our wedding invitations, so we won't have to spend any money on ink. But if you don't get lucky and get these for $1 at Dollar Tree and have somebody say like, oh, you can use our printer, I recommend, again, going through Groupon, looking for one of the Groupons where you can get wedding invitations. Waiting till Groupon has 50% off and then ordering them. You know, Groupon also has coupons for like 25% off and 20% off, and it's still worth the money, but you know, you want the biggest bang for your buck. So that's why I suggest waiting until they have like 50% off coupons. So that is it for this video. When I have more things done, I'll probably let you guys know. And I do think when it comes closer to the date and I have more things done, I will probably do like a tip budget saving video for you guys, because everything we've done so far, we have saved a lot of money. So I'll definitely go more into detail the closer we get to the wedding, just because everything will be finalized the closer we get to the wedding. And then definitely after, I'm going to show you guys the wedding venue. And I really want to get a photographer, not a videographer, because I really want you guys to see the setup of everything, and not just in pictures, just like in real life time. I don't know if any of this makes sense. Anyways, it's raining outside and my eyeball itches because I'm wearing fake lashes. Well, thank you so much for watching this wedding video. Hopefully I will have some DIYs out for you guys soon, wedding related, especially doing the things that I plan on doing for my own wedding. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe so you'll be notified when I upload more wedding related videos. I do lots of DIYs on this channel, mainly using Dollar Tree products, and lots of Dollar Tree hauls. So if you're into that, make sure you subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye!
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I